Alright, got the dash all apart here, and I'm gonna start running my cables for my amplifiers, which are going underneath of the seat. I'll show you more of that soon. One RCA cable ran, that's a 4-channel Tsunami cable. It's gonna look pretty chic. Alright, so I'm gonna heat shrink and solder all my connections here. Got my 9-conductor cable ready here. It's sliding off the bench, and I got my factory harness. And basically what we're going to be doing is we're going to be using the existing factory wiring on this install. So I'm going to be wiring my 9-conductor wire, which is down there, to the harness. Then we're going to be excluding all the wires that are for the speakers on the deck, and then letting the amplifier take over. More after that.
Sorry Kyle, it's not going to be until tomorrow now. Serious? Yeah, we're waiting for an order to come in too for this truck.
What happened?
Our salesman didn't put the order in time.
Oh.
Yeah.
Alright, it's not a big deal.
Tomorrow, it'll be, I'm not sure what time you're sending me the tracking number, I'll let you know.
Alright.
Time shipping will come. Come back lunchtime tomorrow. It'll either be or we'll know when it's coming in.
Alright.
The only thing you gotta do is make sure you don't forget to put the heat shrink on before you solder, because then that sucks.
He's got 6 freaking teenage, 6 or 7 kids.
So basically, we're just going to braid the wires. A lot of guys will twist them together this way, which is not the correct way of doing it. I mean, you can do it that way, but I mean, as you can see, it kind of creates a little bow, and then you gotta, it just, yeah, much better to braid the wire like so. It makes the connection nice and straight, and then when you are planning on soldering it, it doesn't look all stupid after you heat shrink it. Right, buddy?
Oh yeah.
Nice little dab of solder on there. Don't be afraid to use the solder. This stuff lasts forever. Just make sure when you do solder that the connection is straight. You don't have a big glob on there that makes it hard to heat shrink it after. So now we're just going to cover all of our connections with our heat shrink, like so. And then I'm going to grab my heat gun. Okay. Basically, you just want to make sure all the ends are closed up so it's nice and tight and watertight as well. And then as you see on this connection right here, I put a little bit of heat shrink over top of these connectors because we're not going to be using the deck to power the speakers. So I'm just going to, I cut these all on an angle so that when I do heat shrink it, none of them touch. And then we're just going to heat shrink the end of that. And a good way, as it clips off like that and kind of goes into a circle, you just take a pair of needle nose pliers while it's still hot, and you close it off. And that closes the connection off nice and tight. So now we're going to take our big heat shrink, and we're going to tidy up the entire connections here with it, like so. Just like that. We're going do mass shrinking on this. Truck is going to spend a lot of its time off-road, so it's nice to know for him that all his connections under the dash are nice and waterproof. And again, to close off this connection here, we're just going to pinch it and let that dry, or cool off should I say. And there you have it. We're going to do one more. Actually, we're just going to zip tie the rest of that, so get that on camera here as well. Key to a good install is clean wiring. You can always get that done here at carponics.com. Alright, boys and girls, one finished car audio harness ready for a 4-channel amplifier. Heat shrunk, soldered, zip tied. Cut this through here. What I should do here is actually cut all these off. Going a little bit overboard, but I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. Just ensures that you gotta make sure you know that all your connections are 100% before you do this, because if you don't, and your connections aren't all proper, there's a whole lot of work you gotta redo. But I'm confident that my connections are perfect, so we're gonna do this. Take a big piece of heat shrink and slide it over top of everything. And then we're gonna heat shrink it. If I can. I don't know if it'll go over top of all this big connectors and stuff. Looks like it's a little bit too long, but that's okay. We're just going to trim it off.
Take your
X-Acto knife.
needle nose and pull the connector through.
Just like that. Huh? This is definitely overkill. That is okay.
Size gauge, amperage, everything.
Somewhat beater.
Hot tamale. One overkilled car audio harness.